Everybody knows that more than 300 languages spoken in the UK. And there are a number of communities, and how we look at them when we target them, we segment them into first generation, second generation, third generation, and even fourth generation, or the new arrivals, let's say, whether it's East Europeans, whatever. This is before Brexit. And then each one will have a different criteria. We need to have different messages. When you target multicultural audiences, you don't just target let's say the millennials in isolation of the first generation or the influencers, or whether it's community influencers or faith leaders or people in the media. In order to affect change, you need to approach them simultaneously. A number of segmentation models that we developed in-house, which divides these communities as communal minded and strivers and affluent mindset and so on. And each group, we understand in terms of where they live, the media they read, the television channels and content they watch, and everything about their purchasing patterns or behavioral patterns we've plotted out. And that goes in for a number of groups and communities. And then we go further into details about each and every community. We dissect the communities, see where they are around the country. How can we have a deep dive? It's proved very useful. For example, when we had the lockdown, let's say in Liverpool or Blackburn, or we are dealing with Bolton, where we just focus on a certain area and work closely with the community and with the media in order to address a certain issue. Last week, we've launched another campaign in South London. We're dealing with the vaccine hesitancy. Again, we are doing a localized campaign. So knowledge and insight of the audiences helps us get to the problem and deal with the issue. If you look at the size of the prize, we're talking about almost like 20% of the UK population. And in certain areas, let's say London and the major metropoles, audiences between 35% to 50%, as is the case in London and Birmingham. They're predominantly young audience, and they are tech-savvy early adopters of technology. Their access to news and digital is higher than the mainstream average. They have a presence when you look at them in terms of ownership of restaurants and retail outlets, and they tend to go for classical jobs or education or career in whether it's chemist or pharmacist or doctors or accountant, certainly advertising. So you can see from Ofcom access in terms of broadband, technology, ethnic population tends to be highly educated and aspirational. A common pattern when you look at money transfer, as we were looking for PayPal, whatever, we discovered there are billions and billions of pounds and euros that are transferred from UK and Europe into the home countries, and this is almost something expected of people who migrate to a different country to help their compatriots back home.